Here, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be going over, well, 10 websites which are definitely good for GeoGuessr and to kind of, well, some can kind of work with GeoGuessr and some are just like hints. Some has something to do with MapMaker, some has to do with tips, and then I got some other stuff as well to show in this video. So the first one is, just to make it 10 websites, we have GeoGuessr, which is definitely a good one to have if you want to play the game. That's a really good website to know. But yeah, every link to every website I show will be down in the description, so you can check them out for yourselves. So the second one is GeoHints, a nice little Christmas theme here in December. So GeoHints. It is in the name. It is basically hints for a lot of stuff. As you can see, we have coming soon, post boxes, train crossings. Then we have a lot of things. Spotters is probably a very helpful thing when it comes to GeoGuessr. Then we have driving sites, which is also pretty helpful. And there's follower cars, Google vehicles, and a lot of things. So what you do is, as you click on one of these, then you can see all the follower cars they have put in the website. Then you can see like cars, and you can scan for everything. And if you want to scan for it quicker, you can Control F, I think it is, and then we can say Denmark, maybe, or Argentina or something, right? So okay, that is. So it's basically a way to find a lot of meta and hints to the game, and it's pretty helpful and a great place to study for tips. So yeah, that's the first one. Another one, this is the Plonk It website. Ooh. And this is the Plonk It guide to GeoGuessr. So you can see this is a very new thing they have come up with. So yeah, we have countries coming soon. We have countries that has no coverage, and then we have these dark green. I don't know if that's green or blue, but countries which there are tips on. You can also scroll down and you can see which countries for which continents they have published. So this is also a great website. You can click on let's say Argentina here, and the other maps they have hints with, and you can kind of just read through. You can study them. You can see like, okay, Gen 4, well, that is mostly found in the north in Argentina. Okay, that's pretty helpful. In the western part, you will see mostly mountains, and this like panhandle, I think it's called. It kind of looks like Brazil. So already there, just getting a little bit better at Argentina, right? Even these are pretty helpful. So there's definitely a really good tips in this guide here. There's also some other things you can check if you want to go and attempt some records. We have some records here. We have some competitive things. We have this thing here, which is pretty helpful if you wanna look at scripts. So we have a lot of scripts. We have who they're made by. You can see how many installs they have. Jesus Christ! I also seen this. That's a lot. Holy shit! Okay, wow. That's a lot. So yeah, you can see who has made the scripts, and you can view the scripts and also download them, and you can also see on some of them how many have installed them, and you can just scroll all the way through and see which one you want to install and which one you think are necessary for you. But definitely good to check out. And then there's also some people ask questions as well. But this is a very good website, and when they let's click here. So when they get more of the countries, it's gonna be helpful. I have looked into Argentina. It really made me a little better at Argentina, I will say. I see there's some for Botswana as well, and there's some for Colombia, so that I'll definitely need to check that out. But this is just a great way to learn countries, and yeah, one day I would imagine all of this will be this color here. So yeah, right. That was basically it for the like hints thing. I could show this one. No, that one. This one is also with scripts. I have showed this in my video where I did like 10 helpful scripts. But now we have Plonk It, where we just go to scripts and tools, and then we have a lot here. So that is pretty nice. Right. And there's also some scripts here with a thing I couldn't find them here. Maybe I missed them, but that's definitely also some helpful on this, and it is kind of like a website thing. So the next one is we are entering MapMaking. Oh my god, the light is so bad. But MapMaking right here. So there is the map maker on GeoGuessr itself, but there's also this one made by ReAnna, where you can make your maps. You can do tags, like I'm clicking on here, and you can kind of showcase where they are. So you can kind of, like, if you're making a world map, you can. This is definitely comes in hand. Like, this is really useful, I feel like, for knowing how many locations you have in each country. If you wanna have an equal distribution, like an equal amount of location in each country. So that's pretty helpful. There's a lot of other things. You can hide blue lines for unofficial coverage. So let's just say we look at Botswana and we click this off. You can see some other stuff comes up, like we have photospheres, and if we click, it kind of disappears. And there's other things as well, which is pretty neat and really helpful. You have different views of things. So let's say I want to make a islands of the world, and some islands can be hard to find. You know, you kind of have these like circles now, so this is pretty helpful as well. Then we have satellite, which is pretty cool as well. And we have the normal map here, and you can also choose terrain and stuff like that. You can also right click, right click, and measure distance, and you can kind of measure distance. So if you're also making a map where you want the distance from each location to be similar, you can kind of do that here, and you can also just right click again to clear measurements. So that is pretty helpful. You have a save button here to save the map, and all you have to do for the map making app is sign in with, I think you have to sign in with Discord, and then you can create a map, and then you can there's a script called copy and paste map thing, which is where you can copy. So if you wanted this into your like GeoGuessr, you could hit export. Then you can click, it needs to be like a JSON file, then you click copy, and then you can paste it into GeoGuessr, which is pretty helpful. You can sort it around names and amount of locations here. So this is my map of maps. I can see I have 190 locations, and I can see how many countries, how many locations I have in each country, which I've done here with all these tags here. And you can, was one more thing, right, that I wanted to show? Maybe not. But yeah, this is definitely a nice way to make maps. Especially, it's really nice to have an overlook. You know, what I also should do here really is to make a tag called like North America, South America. So if I want equal locations in every continent, I can check that with having these tags here. So this is really helpful. Comes in really helpful. You can also, when you like kind of scan, like let's say here in Nigeria, you can click on the location will pop up here, and I already have it on, but this is like a, what's it called, like cross hair, I think. Right, where you can kind of pan, so you know this is the red X is the middle of the screen, so you can kind of pan like one, which is pretty helpful. And you can also hide car. I haven't tested if this actually hides the car when you export them to GeoGuessr. That could be fun too. Let's see. But it's really helpful. And you can click down here, open in Maps, in Google Maps, and you can copy link as well to send it. And you can click to respawn to spawn, which is pretty nice if you are looking around. And yeah, like let's say I'm going to this sign right here, and I kind of want to make this like a pinpointable thing, then yeah, pretty nice indeed. And what you just do to add tag, you can also, and this is pretty cool, not with this location, but you can click on image date and you can choose different days. So we could go to, I do need to delete that location because this is a map. Right, let's just go to Spain. I feel like they get new to update the coverage. So yeah, we can kind of look how it looked in 2010. We can see how it was in 2011. We can see how it was in 2018, and we can go all the way to August 2022, and kind of, I guess, travel in time is what you can call it. But it's pretty nice, and this is so as to make sure that, like, if I then save the location, I would have it here. Yep. So if I wanted this to add to Spain, I already have a Spain tag. So what I would do is just type Spain, if I can type. So Spain, and then I just click this plus here, and it will be added. And I can click the red X. So if I don't have, like, let's say I don't have, I don't know which country I don't have. Like, I don't have Bermuda, right? So if I don't have Bermuda, I can make that. I can click here, and then it has a new tag, and then I can just search for it when I want another location, or add another location in Bermuda. So yeah, pretty helpful. Always remember to click save on the map. That's always a good thing to do. But this is a really helpful website. There is also, when you log in on it, there's also a guide to it where you can read for the whole with all things, and there are links to other websites as well. So another thing with this is pretty nice is if I find a location on Google Maps, if I find a location on Google Maps, I can just copy the link and I can paste it in here, and it will be added here. So I don't need to actually go here and then find the actual location, which is pretty nice. It just make map making a lot quicker and a lot easier for, like, so this is definitely, if you're a map maker out there, definitely check this website out. Pretty helpful website. Has helped me a lot, so definitely go and check it out. We also have this one, which is again something with map making to do. You can, let's say you want to make a Gen 4 map, you can search for only Gen 4 copies, you can scan for only Gen 2 and 3 copies, and new roads and Gen 1 updates. So, and you can decide how long the locations are being apart. So if you want to make a map in, like, let's say you want to make a map in Brazil, and you want each location to be 50 kilometers from each other, and you want all the coverage to be from, you know, you can kind of decide which days here, but you can kind of go to January 2022, and you can I don't know really know what the generators do. I just know when I put the number higher, it kind of searches for the locations faster. So we could click start, and then we could say so you can kind of see how it's slowly finding locations here. Not showed up at the map now. I think it just might be because it's a lot of location, but you can type in the number of location you want. So I could say I only want 1000, right? Then it should only search for 1000. But yeah, and then you can export them, and you can copy them into MapMaker, and there you have a map basically. So this is pretty nice and neat indeed if you want to make maps as well. Yeah, and you can copy them here. Then we have MapCheckr, where you can kind of check from unofficial coverage. You can check for program locations and everything. And you just import the JSON file you have from the map, like here. Oh, that's the one. So yeah, and then you can kind of check for if there are any program locations, anything. So that is pretty helpful as well. Then we have the Street View one here, where this is SV map. Where you can kind of check new coverage. So we can click on historical coverage, then we can click compare to last month. So all the ping we see some in Brazil, we see some in Nigeria, we see some in Croatia, we see some in India, and we see like basically all of Qatar. So all of this ping is new coverage that has been from 18th of November to 18th of December. So this is all the coverage that has been added. This is also a cool way to see if new coverage kind of got to the game in a new country, and we can kind of see, you know, they are slowly trying to fix this, you know, coverage here. They added some coverage here, so these roads connect, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, and we can see that all of Qatar is as well, and you can kind of check for you can click yep. So I can click on the, you know, I can decide which days I want, so I can see, right. So from These days we saw some India covers, and now if I click all the way here, we saw that a lot more got added. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Then we have a MapChart here, which is also pretty helpful if you want to make some like this tips. So let's say we wanted to do like a tip for the world, and we wanted to do drive inside. We could do it here. So we could say, let's say we want Africa, Botswana, Kenya, Uganda. They drive on the left side. I think a bunch of these drives on the left. And we then want we could switch the color to blue, and then we could say, okay, these countries over here drive on the right side of the lane. So these are just good quality maps you can make, and yeah, you can send them around in Discord servers in the GeoGuessr community, and people can learn them. So this is pretty helpful. You can also decide to do it for Europe. You can do countries. Do I want to? I guess, yeah. So you can make one for Europe as well. So if you say you could do one for pedestrian, I mean there already are 2 or 3 out there I've seen. But you can make it. You could do it for servants, already also been made. But you can kind of do it. You could also do it for Europe, driving left, driving right. This is just a website to make like helpful and detailed maps, and it just make it easy. You can click, you can change the color. So yeah, this is like if you wanna create some hints, and yeah, this should help. It could also be so yeah. I mean, I didn't know what I was about to say, but this is definitely also really helpful. But yeah, then we have the last like website I wanna show in this video, and this is VirtualStreets. I mean, I will try my best to note down in the description who have made the websites. But pretty sure this is Mapper. I know Mapper posts a lot on this, at least. I think Mapper has made this. But there's a lot of weekly updates with like Street View. So this is kind of where to be notified if there's like new coverage, a new country that got coverage. Like this is how I knew ReAnna got coverage, and made a video very quickly on it on the day when it came out, and a bunch of other. It also mentioned Afghanistan and getting those 34 photospheres or something like that. So this is really helpful. You can kind of check with the weeks here. There's news as well. Oh, that's the one we want. There's articles as well, and there's about us. If you want to know about them, you can join the Discord server. There's a lot of discussions about new updates or Google car spotted and everything. There's tools, and yeah, so pretty helpful, really good. I would definitely recommend joining the Discord. So that was again about us Discord. Definitely check it out. It keeps you updated, and this is kind of maybe also to do with MapMaker. If you are like a map maker, you want to make a map. It's definitely helpful if you let's say, okay, we know ReAnna has update. We got that from like this website here. So pretty helpful. And yeah, this one again, this was the MapMaker app by ReAnna. So this is where you can kind of view the map making manual, and you can read more about that. You will click create map when you're logged in. You can see I have 3 maps here, and archive maps. I've deleted some. And then you can download data and everything like that. So really helpful. And yeah, I mean that is it for the 10 websites that I wanted to show you. Hopefully they helped. If you're a map maker or you want to learn something about Geo, we have Plonk It, and we have what's it called, GeoHints. They show tips in different ways. You know, GeoHints is more like pictures, whereas whereas Plonk It is more like what would you call it, like text and everything. So people learn in different ways. Maybe you learn from just looking at the thing and seeing that it's like in Australia, or maybe you learn from actually reading and seeing the picture. So there's different ways of learning. That's why I wanted to show both of these off, and pretty much a lot of these right here kind of work together with map making, so that's pretty nice. I've definitely enjoyed making maps more with with using these websites here than the actual GeoGuessr map maker. And then yeah, there was this one, which is also helpful. I've used this a few times to make some stuff. But yeah, other than that, that is it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.